Hi everyone! Today I'm going to share some quick but powerful tips to help you succeed on the ACT. The ACT isn't just about what you know, it's about how you take the test. These strategies will help you manage your time, stay focused, and truly maximize your score. So let's start with strategy number 1, the now, later, or never strategy. One of the biggest mistakes is getting stuck on tough questions and running out of time. Use the now, later, never strategy in order to beat that. The now. If you know how to solve a question, answer it right away. The later. If the question is tricky or time-consuming, flag it and come back after finishing the easy ones. And the never. If it's too hard or unfamiliar, make an educated guess and move on. Remember that every question is worth the same, so don't waste time on the hardest ones. The next strategy, no skipping. Always guess. You never want to leave a question blank. The ACT does not penalize you for wrong answers, so always make an educated guess. If you're unsure, eliminate obviously wrong choices first. Even narrowing it down to 2 options increases your chances of guessing correctly. Use your scratch paper to mark flagged questions so you can return to them if time allows. Find the wrong answers first strategy. ACT questions are designed to trick you. So one way to outsmart the test is to identify wrong answers first. In multiple choice questions, eliminate the answers that don't fit. Look at A, look at B, look at C, look at D, which one does not fit, and cross those off. Once you cross off the wrong options, then the correct one will often stand out. Know the test format. It's super important to know how the ACT is structured so you can really plan your time wisely. Here's a really quick breakdown, and then we'll get into breaking things down further by section. So quickly, English, 75 questions in 45 minutes. Math, 60 questions in 60 minutes. Reading, 40 questions in 35 minutes. And science, 40 questions in 35 minutes. Familiarize yourself with this format so that there are no surprises on test day. Now, let's break that down even further. One of the biggest challenges of the ACT is really managing your time. Let's break it down so you know exactly what to expect. English section, again, you have 75 questions to complete in 45 minutes. So that gives you roughly 36 seconds per question or 9 minutes per passage. There are 5 passages, so think of each passage as a mini section that you will spend 9 minutes on. Stick to this timing so that you don't run out of time on the English section. Math section. There are 60 questions in 60 minutes. That is 1 minute per question. Do not waste your time on really hard problems. Again, go back to that now, later, never strategy. Skip the tough ones, flag them, return to them later. Ones that are really tough, make your best educated guess and move on. Reading section. You'll face 40 questions in 35 minutes with 4 passages. Again, similar to the English section, plan for about 8 to 9 minutes per passage and don't spend too long on one question. Keep moving. The science section is just like the reading section. There are 40 questions in 35 minutes with, again, several passages. For the passages, focus on interpreting the graphs, the charts, and the experiments really quickly. Aim for about 5 to 6 minutes per passage. And here's a key tip. This will really help you stay on track and avoid spending too much time in one area. Bring a watch that day or make sure that you have a very clear eye on the clock during each section so you know how much time you have left. And practice with a timer at home is a great way to get used to this pace. So let's dive into a few more section-specific tips that are very much more content-based. So as mentioned previously, there are 4 sections: English, math, reading, and science. So a few tips for the English section. There are 3 different categories in the English section: production of writing, knowledge of language, conventions of standard English. If you really want to focus your studying efforts in one area, it would be the conventions of standard English, because those are a little over 50% of the English section. In English, focus on the most common rules like subject-verb agreement, punctuation, and sentence clarity. Always read the entire sentence, not just an underlined part, in order to find errors in context. For the math section, most of the test, 57 to 60% of the test, is based off of preparing for higher math. Then the other 43% that are remaining are about integrating essential skills. For math, write down everything on scratch paper. Go question by question. Don't try to do math in your head. You should, prior to the test, memorize key formulas like the Pythagorean theorem and basic geometry rules, right? So one of those things, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Really memorize formulas. And then don't get stuck on one question. Again, you have 60 questions in 60 minutes. Spend 1 minute. If you're stuck after that 1 minute, circle it, move on, come back later, or flag it, move on, and come back later. And at the end of the day, if you're spending too much time, really just make your best educated guess, but never leave a question blank. Although you can bring a calculator, the mathematics portion of the exam is designed to be done without a calculator. So if you find that the formula or problem that you're trying to do is really complicated and requires a calculator, then you're probably heading down a wrong path. So keep that in mind. For the reading section, 40 questions, 35 minutes. Skim the passages to just simply get the main idea, and then go to the questions and tackle the questions. Use the questions, read them, then go back to the passage. Always focus on keywords in the questions to locate the answer in the text. When there are paired passages, compare one question at a time instead of rereading both passages repeatedly. For the science portion, similar to reading, 40 questions, 35 minutes. Don't overthink science. The ACT science section is all about interpreting data, interpreting graphs, interpreting charts. It's not about knowing science facts. So instead, look for trends in graphs and in tables, and always skip through lengthy introductions if they're not helpful, and really go straight to the data. If you are taking the writing portion of the ACT, always plan before you write. Spend about 5 to 10 minutes outlining your main points and examples on lined paper, and then stay focused on the prompt and organize your essay into an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion. The ACT writing will not provide you with lengthy resources to refer to. They actually expect that you include your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own information, your own quotes, facts, opinions into the writing. And finally, stay calm and stay focused. Really remember to just stay calm during the test. Take a deep breath if you feel stressed, and don't let one tough question shake your confidence. Stick to strategies, and remember, preparation and practice will make a huge difference. So by using these tips, breaking the test into chunks, prioritizing questions, guessing strategically, process of elimination, making educated guesses, and staying focused, you'll definitely feel more confident and perform your best. Good luck, and remember, this test is really just one step on your journey. It's not the destination. Thank you.